Right? And now we're moving on to Exodus 24. Moses says the laws out loud, went and repeated to the people all the commands, and the people said, sure, sounds good. And then Moses writes down the laws and builds an altar and offers sacrifices. And then, having written down the laws, he reads the written version. He took the record of the covenant and he read it aloud. And the people were like, sure, that sounds good still. This whole sort of procedure is basically an affirmation that the written text was the same as the spoken one. And in a sort of meta way, it affirms for us from within the story that the laws we just read are, in fact, also the laws that were spoken. So Moses, having done all this, then goes up the mountain to receive another written copy, another written version of these laws, God's written copy. Now, you might pause and say, hold on. That's not how I thought this went. But I am suggesting that in the original story here, what was written on the tablets that Moses went up to get and came down with was not the 10 Commandments, but the laws of the covenant code, those 3 chapters we just read. And if you think about it, that makes some sense. After all, these are the laws that were just given, and these are the laws that the covenant was just made on. In the ancient Near East, it was customary when treaties were signed for there to be 2 copies, one from each party. That way they could ensure that they were all had the same text. These tablets are God's copy, right? They're the sign of the covenant. And the covenant, of course, is based on the covenant code, the laws that they just all agreed to. And it is those laws, I'm telling you, that were on the tablets originally. And of course, that's not all what we have in our canonical text, where it's the 10 Commandments that end up on the tablets. But it's what E's story originally said. And I think it helps us to make sense of what happens next in the story.